Welcome back to our Gramps tutorial series. We're diving deep into Gramps 6.0.0, the free and open source genealogy software that's perfect for organizing your family history. In Chapter 1, we did a full walkthrough of the Gramps interface, covering dashboards, views, and navigation basics. In Chapter 2, we created your first family tree from scratch, setting up a new database and adding initial people. Today, in Chapter 3, basic editing and data entry tips. We'll focus on adding names, dates, places, and sources effectively. I'll share best practices to avoid messy data that can turn your tree into a nightmare later on. Remember, genealogy is all about accuracy and organization. So these tips will save you time and frustration. Before we jump in, a quick note. I am taking this family tree for example purposes only. It's a fictional sample based on common American family structures to demonstrate the process. Feel free to adapt it to your own research. We'll build on the family tree we started in Chapter 2. Assuming you've got Gramps open and a new tree ready. If not, pause and follow along from there. Let's get started. I'll walk you through step by step, showing screen shares where I demonstrate in the video. Adding names, the foundation of your tree. Names are the core of any person record in Gramps, but entering them sloppily can lead to duplicates or confusion down the line. Best practice tip number 1. Always use the full, formal name as it appears on primary sources like birth certificates. Avoid nicknames in the primary name field. Save those for alternate names. Let's start with Generation 1, our central child, John Michael Smith. Go to the People view, click Add, or use the plus icon to create a new person. In the Name tab, enter given name as John Michael and surname as Smith. Set the name type to birth name for accuracy. If there's a preferred name or alias, add it under alternate names later. Why this matters? Consistent naming prevents duplicates. For example, if you later find Johnny Smith in a record, link it as an alternate, not a new person. Now add his birth event. Switch to the Events tab, click Add Events. Event type, birth. Date, enter March 14th, 1980. Gramps supports various formats but use DD month YYY for readability. Place, Springfield, Illinois, USA. We'll detail places later. Best practice tip number 2. Use the date parser wisely. If a date is approximate, prefix with about or after. This keeps your timeline clean. Add his address. In the Addresses tab, enter 125 Oakwood Drive, Springfield, Illinois 62704, USA. Mark it as residence and note it's current since he's living, no death date. Since John is living, leave the death event blank. That's a privacy best practice too. Building relationships, parents and marriages. Now Generation 2, John's parents, Robert James Smith and Mary Elizabeth Johnson. Best practice tip number 3. Always add people through relationships to avoid orphans in your tree. Start from the child and link up. From John's record, go to the Relationships tab. Click Add Parents. This creates a new family. Add father, Robert James Smith. The given, Robert James, surname, Smith. Birth, July 2nd, 1950, Springfield, Illinois, USA. Death, February 10, 2015, Springfield, Illinois, USA. Address 452 Maple Avenue, Springfield, Illinois 62704, USA. Last residence. Add mother Mary Elizabeth Johnson. Given Mary Elizabeth, surname Johnson. Use maiden name here. Gramps handles married names automatically. Birth November 22, 1952, Peoria, Illinois, USA. She's living, so no death date. Now their marriage. In the new family editor, it opens automatically. Add an event, type marriage date June 15, 1974. Place St. Mark's Church, Springfield, Illinois, USA. Best practice tip number 4. For marriages, always add the event to the family, not individuals. This links it properly and avoids data duplication. Add their child John if not already linked. Gramps should auto-connect. Expanding to grandparents, dates and places in depth. Let's move to Generation 3. Maternal grandparents, William Thomas Smith and Helen Margaret Brown. From Robert's record, add his parents similarly. William, birth January 10, 1925, Springfield, Illinois, USA. Death August 22, 1998, same place. Address 300 Pine Street, Springfield, Illinois 62703, USA. Helen, birth September 3, 1927, Springfield. Death April 14, 2005, same. Marriage May 20, 1947, First Baptist Church, Springfield, Illinois, USA. Add their children. Robert James Smith already exists, link him. Linda Marie Smith, birth March 12, 1953. Living, so add as a sibling in the family editor. For maternal grandparents, Charles Edward Johnson and Dorothy N. Miller. Link from Mary's record. Charles, birth August 18, 1923, Peoria. Death July 6, 1989, Peoria. Address 600 Willow Lane, Peoria, Illinois 61614, USA. Dorothy, birth April 30th, 1926, Peoria. Death November 18th, 2010, Peoria. Marriage October 5th, 1946, St. Paul's Church, Peoria, Illinois, USA. Children Mary Link and James Robert Johnson, birth May 5, 955, living. Best practice tip number 5. Standardize places. Use the places view to create a hierarchy. Country, state, city, specific location. This avoids duplicates like Springfield, Illinois versus Springfield, Illinois. Go to Places View, add USA as top level. Then Illinois, Sangamon County, Springfield. Tag events to these. For churches or addresses, add as enclosures under the city. States tip. If a date range is uncertain, use between DD month YYY and DD month YYY. Gramps sorts timelines automatically. Great-grandparents incorporating sources. Generation 4. Paternal great-grandparents. Start with George Henry Smith and Anna Louise Carter, parents of William. George, birth May 1st, 1895, Springfield. Death December 12, 1972. Address 85, Cherry Street, Springfield, Illinois 62702, USA. Anna, birth December 14, 1898. Death March 3, 1978. Marriage, June 10, 1920, Springfield Courthouse. Children, William, Link, Ruth Eleanor Smith, 1928 to 1990. Add quickly. Then Franklin James Brown and Margaret Rose Wilson, parents of Helen. Franklin, birth March 12, 1900. Death September 8, 1965. Address 72 Walnut Street, Springfield, Illinois 62701, USA. Margaret, birth June 21, 1902. Death January 29, 1982. Marriage April 18, 1924, Springfield. Children Helen Link, Thomas Franklin Brown, 1930 to 1999. Maternal side, Henry Joseph Johnson and Clara Beatrice Hall, parents of Charles. Henry, birth February 6, 1890, Peoria. Death April 4, 1960. Address 14 River Road, Peoria, Illinois 61602, USA. Clara, birth October 8, 1894. Death January 11, 1975. Marriage November 22, 1919, Peoria. Children Charles Link, Martha Louise Johnson, 1926 to 2002. Albert Raymond Miller and Elizabeth Jane Turner, parents of Dorothy. Albert, birth July 15, 1892. Death February 22, 1968. Address 40 Garden Street, Peoria, Illinois 61603, USA. Elizabeth, birth May 11, 1896. Death September 9, 1980. Marriage October 10, 1921, Peoria. Children Dorothy, Link, Walter Raymond Miller, 1929 to 95. Now, sources, this is crucial. Best practice tip number 6. Add sources to every fact. Don't just enter data, cite where it came from to avoid messy, unsubstantiated trees. Go to Sources View, add a new source, e.g., birth certificate or family Bible. In a person's event like birth, click Citations and link to the source. Add volume, page, date access, and repository, e.g., Illinois State Archives. Tip number 7. Use repositories for organization, group sources under archives or websites. Avoid messy data overall. Tip number 8. Merge duplicates regularly. Use the Merge tool in People View. Tip number 9. Use Gramps Gramplets for quick checks like the consistency checker to spot errors. Tip number 10. Back up often. Export to GEDCOM or Gramps XML before big edits. Tip number 11. Privacy settings. Mark living people as private to hide details in exports. Tip number 12. Consistent formatting. Always use YYYY for years, full state names, and ISO codes if international. There you have it. We've added 4 generations with names, dates, places, marriages, addresses, and sources, all while keeping things tidy. Practice with your own data, and remember, start small, cite everything, and standardize as you go. If this helped, hit that like button, subscribe for more chapters. Next up, advanced reports and charts in Chapter 4. And while joining our membership to help us make more such videos. And also you can join our premium chat support in case you hit any barrier. Thanks for watching. See you next time.